Hey, Basket Brains, Kirby here, aka Darkwing Disc. And did you know that men that get busy frequently suffer from severe memory loss? Yeah, I read that in a Men's Health magazine, Volume 6, Issue 17, page 71, on August 26, 2024, at 8:07 a.m. It was raining outside. I had a bagel that day. Alongside me, as always, is the fairway finder himself, Ollie DePina. And Ollie told me before the show he had to go to the doctor this week. The doctor asked him for a blood, semen, and stool sample. He said, I don't have time for this. Just take my underwear. Welcome to episode 72 of the K.O Disc Golf Show. Episode 72 is the Tentacool episode. Famous players that wear the number 72. We got Carlton Fisk. Red Sox players who wear the number 72, Chris Murphy. Mariners who wear the number 72, Jonathan Hernandez wore it in 2024, and Ollie hit us with the Giants.
We probably got one of my favorite Giants of all time, from 2003 to 2012, a two-time Super Bowl champion upon our great defense, O.C. Umenyiora. That is my favorite 72. That's all I'm going to say. That's all that needs to be said.
Nice. All right, KO question of the week. Does a straw have one hole or two? Comment down below and we'll answer it at the end of the episode. Ollie, how you doing, man? How's it going?
It's been good. It's been good. I'm in my AGL hat. Don't forget to shop at aglDisc.com. Use code OCTOOLLIE. Gets you a little percentage off. Got some fly hats, some fly discs coming out. Really, really cool stamps coming out. So go check that out. I'm doing well. I got a good biking weekend. My most elevation and most miles biked by like pretty good amount. I did 87.63 miles with 3,263 feet of elevation. So bumping my previous best week from like 58 up to there. So I'm pretty hyped about that.
Yeah, that's huge.
A lot of my like the hills and stuff that I feel like I did when I first got my bike are like I'm doing and I'm like, oh, I didn't use all my energy to like get up this now, or like, it's like, oh, I did that a lot quicker, which is cool, and which has been awesome. And I did like my longest ride, which was like around going up from like East Lake to like Kenmore, and then to Bothell down to Redmond, and then across 520, which was like 37.8 miles, which was really, really, really fun day, really fun morning.
Nice. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Did I see on your story yesterday you had a flat tire?
Yeah, about to get to that. I was on this awesome ride. I rode down to the Discovery Park like lighthouse, which has this like super steep hill. It goes down and winds and stuff. And I was like, oh, this like I like to find these big hills and try to climb them because I think it's like probably my favorite thing to do on the bike. It's just like pretty fun and like a pretty fun challenge in my opinion. And I think I do have the right like height and weight to kind of climb on a bike perfectly. I thought that was pretty interesting. I was just looking at the height and weight of these like Tour de France winners, and it was like it's just I was just like kind of blown away. Where I was like, I'm in the ballpark, It's like these guys that are like elite climbers are like kind of built like me, It's like it was kind of like there's not many sports where I can go and look at that and be like, oh, I fit that description of like the peak athlete for what they're doing. So that's been really fun and like kind of practicing and trying to get better with that. Cool. And then work's been chill and trying to enjoy this summer. It's been nice. I got some I feel like we're only a few more weeks of like hot weather, It feels like we're going to be getting into fall pretty soon. I already noticed like the sun kind of going down earlier the other day, whereas like it was like 8 o'clock ish where I was like, oh, it's slow, 8:30 ish, so it's slowly getting there.
Yeah, you kind of almost kind of feel like we're kind of getting the last couple of like hot days of summer left. Like the grass is about as dead as it's gonna get, and you kind of feel that like it's gonna turn around pretty quickly. So
leaves are gonna be falling, kind of stuff soon. Like that. How you doing, Kirby? How was Portland?
Doing good. Yeah, I mean I'm a little sunburned, cheeks, face a little red for sure. It was hot, man. My tee times for the 3 days was like 99 degrees. It was like 102 degrees, and then I think 96 degrees or something like that. Just real scorcher. I'll kind of talk a little bit more about it in the Rose City Open recap later, but I had a great time playing at Pier Park. Absolutely loved it down there. A little practicing Glendoveer for the tournament turned into a little bit of like a mess, just like organizationally with like the course and stuff like that. So that was just like a little frustrating, but overall, solid weekend in Portland. Back here, I'm at ECD Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm gonna go get ready for states. So yeah, real chill. I got Snicks with me at the shop today, so if you come by ECD today, being Tuesday, you can meet my cat Snicks. He's gonna be running. He's running around here. I'm sure he's gonna he'll make himself known at some point. I'm sure. But yeah, it's been cool. I watched them this morning. So I don't know. I might have told you this all before the show, but I was sitting on the couch this morning, just like watching TV, and Snicks is like sitting on the ground next to me, and his little we call him his little brother. They're the same age, but Butters is like half the size of Snicks. And Butters walks up and just like hits him in the face. And Snicks was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" and kind of just like walked away. And then Teddy, who's our other like meteor cat, is sitting next to me. Teddy like gets up, walks over to Snicks, and then also hits Snicks. And I was like, why are you guys all just ganging up and picking on him? But yeah, I just felt bad that he was just kind of getting bullied by his brothers. And I was like, all right, you're going to come and hang out with Dad today and sell some plastic. You can tell your brothers that you went hunting or whatever, kind of
Yeah.
thing. So, um, but yeah, so we're going to get right into the baseball check-in. Ollie, you want to start us off with the Mariners status, or you want me to jump into the Red Sox stuff?
Mariners, we got a win last night as of Monday. If you're watching this on Tuesday when this comes out, playing the Padres, Cal Raleigh hit his 50th home run and is the solo only catcher to hit 50. So it's just a really cool feat. It's really awesome. I just think it's so fun to be watching this season and being all these Mariner fans are getting a big it just feels good to be a Mariners fan with this when Cal Raleigh, what he's doing. And it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up at. Everyone's going to be following that. Still pacing ourselves pretty far from the Rangers for the wild card. We're only a game and a half back from the Astros right now. So definitely every game matters right now. Every loss I'm checking to see if the other teams win, right away. It's like almost as important that part of the year where every single game matters. So it's really getting really interesting in that sense as well. But yeah, I think we're one game back from the Red Sox.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they just the Red Sox just went to Yankee Stadium and won 3 out of 4, so that felt huge. Especially because before that, I think we lost 2 in a row to the Orioles, they're not playing great this year. They're starting to play good as of late, but in the beginning of the season, they played so bad.
Yeah.
So it's really, really cool. Roman Anthony, our young guy that we signed for that long-term extension, he created his first Red Sox Yankee signature moment where he hit a massive 2-run homer to give the Red Sox the lead in the 8th inning or something like that. So really just he did it, and the way he did the bat flip afterwards, Yankees fans immediately knew oh, this kid's a problem and he's going to be a problem for a really long time. So just I couldn't be happier about that, honestly, and he's so great. Yeah, second place in the division though. We're leading the wild card, which feels awesome. They just called up this kid. His name is Yos Nixon Garcia, but he's got one of the coolest nicknames in baseball, and his nickname is called the Password, because if you look at his first name, it looks like just a bunch of letters kind of thrown together, like it might be like a auto-generated password kind of thing. So, yeah, the Password's been a lot of fun to watch. He's come up and already been an electric player. But yeah, Bayo and Crochet, those two at the top, they are going, and they're going super strong. Everybody all year has said that Crochet has been our guy and he's been the horse, and Bayo since June basically has been as good as Crochet. So we essentially have 2 number 1 starting pitchers going back to back right now, and you're facing them back to back days, which means your lineup has to go a lefty and a righty back to back days that are coming at you with the same kind of heat and the same kind of stuff. So it's been really, really fun as a Red Sox fan to watch that. I started playing MLB The Show again, and I got to say, the Red Sox have got to be like the most fun team to play with in that game right now. There's so much talent on the roster up and down, and even in the minors, where if you want to get on and you want to just like literally trade everybody away, you can bring back all star after all star and big name and stud after stud kind of thing. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm having a great like. I
I
was
forget
so
who
down. What's that?
I traded for Bello in my most recent franchise for the
Bayo.
Mariners rotation. Bayo.
Bayo,
Yeah,
yeah, Brian Bayo. Dude, his Instagram is hilarious too.
that's funny.
It's like every week he'll post a picture of him just like around a pool with women with just in bikinis and stuff like that. It's like this kid, he's living like the classic like 24-year-old guy life. He's good. He's made a lot of money and he's showing it for sure. He's the man. Um, yeah, just excited for the season. I wasn't excited for the season at one point, so it feels really good to kind of be where we are. All right, we'll get right into the tournament recap. This is presented by Emerald City Discs. Emerald City Discs, the gem of the Pacific Northwest. All right, this past weekend I was down in Portland at the Rose City Open. This was an A tier happening at Pier Park and at Glendoveer. Um, I played okay. I had one like really bad hole on round one on a hole that I needed to take a birdie on because it was one of the easiest birdieable holes. I ended up taking a double bogey just because I threw a bad tee shot, threw a shot out of bounds, and then couldn't make it up and down to save the bogey from there. So outside of that one hole, though, I shot all overall pretty happy with my performance at Pier Park. I wasn't pumped about Glendoveer. One of the things that I think I personally like helps me a lot is when I step up to a course for a tournament, I've practiced the course pretty well. At Glendoveer, there was only one day that they had practice available, which was Thursday. So you really only got like one round in, which usually I like to get two in just to kind of dial up the shot and kind of like experiment with a couple of things that maybe I don't think would work, and then maybe they do work and that kind of deal. And it felt very rushed too. There was a little scheduling conflict with Glendoveer Golf Course. The tournament director tried to block off from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock that nobody could go out and golf. That way, the golfers kind of cleared out the front nine where we're using of the golf course, and then disc golfers were gonna go start going out at 3 o'clock. And
Mm.
instead, the golf course started scheduling disc golfers to go out at 1 o'clock. So there was golfers like all over the fairways of where we were supposed to disc golf through. Like hole one shot over a ball green and then over a tee area and then over another ball green, and there was literally three different holes of cards playing on all those greens,
That's
and
so confusing.
yeah, and it's just like so tough, and it just created like kind of a little issue, where I was like emailing the tournament director, was like, hey, like the guys are telling me to go out, but I don't think this is a good idea. If I throw a frisbee right now, I'm going to hit somebody, and these people who are golfing definitely are not aware of people playing disc golf through these fairways and stuff like that. So it worked out fine. There was just a lot of hanging out at Glendoveer on Thursday instead of like
Mm.
practicing or relaxing and all that. But
No
um,
pizza?
no pizza, dude. I walked by and laughed because I was like, I guess if I shoot really bad today, I'll torture myself by getting a slice. But we not if we shoot good, we don't deserve that.
We don't
So
deserve that.
no, I did. That was one of the first things I thought about though when I walked up to that place. Man, just so bad. But yeah, I took tied for third. And I want to kind of talk about how I tied for third because it's a good finish, but kind of in an icky feeling way, I guess. So hole 18 there. It's 370-ish feet, I think 370 and change. There's kind of a tree, kind of like to your left. There's the basket here. There's a tree to your right, and then there's a really big gap on the right side. And it's kind of a low ceiling. You tee off, and there's kind of a little gully, and then the basket's elevated from where you're standing and where you can see. And then the way the basket is perched is kind of perched on this mound, and right behind the basket, it drops down, and it's all hazard right behind the basket. And it's so close that I'm pretty sure, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure the back edge of the basket is actually hanging over the hazard is how close this basket is to the hazard. So
Mm.
any missed putt, even a putt that is good, that just like goes through the chains or something like that, is falling into the hazard and then probably rolling 20, 30 feet downhill because it is a pretty steep, maybe not that far, but it is a pretty good steep like sand trap. So I throw my drive and I landed 10 feet from the basket, and I had putted so bad all day, I laid the putt up. And I was like, man, I laid it up and I took my par, which was a guaranteed like tied third, and I kind of walked away being like, that didn't feel good, but I know if I miss that putt and I go from tied third to fourth place, I'm gonna be really pissed off at myself because I knew that was a very like I didn't have to make that mistake. Nobody was forcing me. If
You
I
don't
move,
have to go to fourth. You can stay third. Yeah.
I can stay third, and if I make that putt, I don't jump up into second place. I just get solo third place. Like I have nothing. I have only to lose really by missing that putt, and making that putt doesn't really. I mean, like it's a couple dollars more, sure, for the payout, but missing that putt, what it would do to me, when I was like joking about it, but like kind of not. I was like, man, like if I miss that putt and I got to drive 3 hours home thinking about missing that putt, like I'm not going to be cool like for the rest of the week, and like I'm not going to be good. So, um, yeah, laid up the shortest putt of my like easily the shortest putt of my life. I laid up. But guaranteed third place. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, let me know like if you would have laid the putt up or not too. Guaranteed third. You know, you don't. There's nothing to gain by making it. So
I feel.
yeah. Um, Shout out to Dallas Garber and Chris Nelson for getting first and second, and then Ryan Jewell for tying third there. We also had kind of a funny moment with the trophy as well because we walked up, or I walked up. Ryan was on the card ahead of me. He was on Chase card, so we walk up, and the tournament director kind of walks over and goes, "Okay, you guys have the trophy. Figure out what you guys want to do to decide who gets the trophy." He goes, "I don't really care what you guys do," and just kind of like walks away. And let me be clear about this. I've been out in the sun now for like 3.5 hours. It's been like 90 plus degrees the entire time. I'm sweating. I got a 3 hour car ride ahead of me. I'm exhausted. I'm done. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm out of here. And so Ryan's like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "Bro, I don't even care. We can just like flip forward or whatever." And he goes, "I mean, I don't know that I want to like flip for it." He's like, "I kind of like want the trophy, and like I kind of like really want to win it." I go, "Oh, just take it then. You're good." And he's like, "No, like I don't know." And I was like, "Bro, check it out, man." I was like, "I'm not gonna do anything with it." I was like, "I'm gonna bring it home. I'm gonna put it in a box with a bunch of other trophies I have. I'm not going to look at it. I'm never going to use it again." He goes, "I kind of want to give it to my dad." I go, "What are we talking about? Of course you're going to take it then." I was like, if it means something special to you and you're going to give it to your dad and like that kind of thing, I was like, that is way more important. I was like, and that's way more useful of this trophy than what I'm going to do with it or anything like that. So I just get straight up like gave it to
Yeah.
him because I was like, I'm good here,
I
man.
feel that.
What
I
am I
feel
doing
that.
here? So but he was really cool. I played with him actually. I played with Ryan down in California when I went down for the Wintertime Open.
Hmm.
So it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Like I was like, "Oh man, like I know you," and it was just a funny of us piecing together. Like, "Oh yeah, that was California in like February." So it was cool to see him again. It was one of those kind of like disc golf is a small world and a
Yeah.
pretty tight community. So um. All right, we're gonna get into some of the other tournaments this past weekend. There was Washington State doubles, WADubs. So, winning Washington State dubs in MPO was long lost buds of Daniel Pfaff and Victor Contreras. Congratulations to them, Washington State doubles champions. Coming in second place was Tim and Thad Tankley. I really like their names called the Twin Towers. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh my
Um,
God.
um, FPO winning FPO was the Frisbees of Tess Warner and Rochelle Wong. Winning MP40 was Thrown Backs Out, Daniel Glass and Sean Barnett. Winning MA40 was Adam Croft and Brian Douglas. And winning MA1 was Ryan Anderson and James Didola. So congratulations to all the winners of Washington State dubs. You're all double state champions, and nobody could ever take that title away from you. It's very cool title to have. Also happening this weekend was the Falling Barn Open. This was ran by Eric Dupinski out at Cedro Woolley. Winning Falling Barn Open was Dylan Slate. It looks like he had a monster final round, a 10:45 rated final round to pull off the win. Huge, huge. Barely beat out Christopher Holden by just a stroke. Christopher Holden and Jared
Wow,
Paul. So, yeah, that's huge, man. That is good for
that's
him.
so
That's
cool.
awesome. Yeah. Um, Winning MP40 was Jason Van Proyen. Big fan of him as well. That guy's awesome. Super, super fun to play with if you ever get the chance. Kevin Merrill beat out Rob Gunn and Wright Cole for MP50. Don Clark won MP65. I gotta check something real quick because this guy wins all the time.
All the time.
Don Clark is at 49 career wins. So we're on Don Clark triple digit win watch officially cuz I would say he plays like every weekend too, so I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if I don't know, maybe this time next year or the year after that we're talking about Don Clark getting his 100th win. So and most of them have got to be MP60, MP65, so that's really cool. Winning MP70 was Kurt Bain. And there's another one where Kurt Bain has been a member since 1992. He's PDJ number 6106. So very cool. There's all kinds of Kurt Bain stories. I'm a big, big fan of him as well. It's awesome to just to see him out there playing still. So good for him. MA1 was won by Eli Grease over Josh Jurosic and Big J McTowan. Hannah Keller won FA1 over Cassie Ladinis. I don't know how to say that one. MA40 was won by Matthew Lucky Bigelow. MA50 by Jeff Rich. MA60 was won by the fucking GOAT, Chuck Knudsen. Uh, Mitchell Goodlin won MA65. And our guy, Josiah Nybar, Jojo Nybar, won MA2, boat raced the field. He won by 14 strokes, and he shot
Oh,
his first and second 1,000 rated round this past weekend. Good on you, Jojo. Well done, man. All the work's paying off. That's awesome. And then winning MA3 was Curran Wilbur. So congratulations, all the winners out of the Falling Barn. All right. Also happening this weekend, we got so much. There's so much to go over this past weekend. Also happening was the Farmers Park Open 3 2025 Pro Am Masters Tournament. Winning MPO was Tom Carella. Winning FP40 was Christina Roberts. Winning MA40 was Timothy Cotton. Winning MA50 was Mike Dunn. And winning MA60 with Matthew Nyamalatalo. That's a Hawaiian name. I'm pretty
let's go.
confident, and I butchered it. But congratulations. I think it's Maddie. But congratulations, all the winners there. Awesome. Ran by Marty Smith down there at Farmers Park. Very, very, very cool. Okay, and then one more to go over here. It is Rippin' in the Roadies, the Evergreen Women's Series. We love covering this here at the KO Disc Golf
Oh yeah.
Show. This was happening out in Squim. So this was Rain Shadow, I believe. Actually, I know this was Rain Shadow because I talked with Kayla yesterday.
Nice.
Um, Winning FPO was Jennifer Rice over Corey Gerber-Dolan and Sadie Shattuck. Janice Z. Jones won FP60. Jordan Lynn won FA1 over Samantha Wallen. Wow, Jordan Lynn with a minus 12 over. Wow, boat race the field. She shot insane, actually. She would have won FPO as well, Jordan Lynn, in FA1.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, she shot fire for the weekend. What's that rated? Shot 952, 933, back to back. She's delayed the field, dude. Wow, that's really, really impressive. Jordan Lynn. Yeah, recognize the name. Nicole Coleman, who's one of the organizers of the entire Evergreen Women's Series, she won FA40 over Shayna Schuerman. Um, Tony Morgan won FA50 over Kayla Signs already. Congratulations to Kayla as well. She told me yesterday that she got her first eagle in the tournament. They made hole 11 a par 5, which is super legit because hole 11 is really really difficult for all skill levels of player. So that's cool to see. Good for her. Congratulations to Kayla. FA2 was won by Jennifer Awesome Krasbinski over Shayla Ingwiz Vanderwall. Carrie Stanley beat out Valerie Weber for FA3, and Katie Harrington won FA4. Congratulations, all the ladies. Very, very cool to see those events and to see them fill up like that as well. And I'm really sorry if I butchered any of your names. I'm trying my best. So, all right. We got the weather look ahead presented by AGL Discs.
Together, we can reduce, reuse for a greener future for disc golfers.
Fuck yeah, dude. We hit that so hard. I'm so proud of us. All right. This is the weather for Tacoma for next week for Washington State Championships. Oh, I skipped the tournament look ahead. That's fine. We'll hit it next. All right. So the weather for Tacoma, it is looking pretty hot today down there. Looking at high 80s today. It's gonna, all in all, you know what? I think it's gonna be like a solid week. We got some like light showers coming in on Saturday, so be ready for that day one of the tournament. This is one of the more unique tournaments where it's gonna be Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So light showers on Saturday, but should be a pretty nice week of practice. Relatively warm, and yeah, mid 70s kind of thing. But yeah, you can see the weather's starting to cool down. We're kind of getting those last little mid 80s days out there. So. All right, tournament look ahead. This is presented by Swamp Cow Kava Bar. Swamp Cow Kava Bar. Love that muddy water. Almost forgot the line. It is Washington State Championships next week. This is down at Fort Silicon where Washington State doubles just was. One of the more unique tournaments, I would say, that is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's not often that we play competitive rounds on Monday. So pretty interesting there. This is the longest continuously running state championships in the country, which is also kind of
Wow.
just pretty cool. Little fun fact for you.
Oh,
Um,
my plan was to go really badly. I
yeah.
was really excited, but my uncle's getting married and I'm in the wedding.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
it's like, uh,
You're kind of there. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Committed. Yeah.
I will be down in the area, which will be funny. I'll be staying in Olympia,
hmm
which will be, he lives down
That's,
there and the wedding's down there. So I'll be down there,
yeah. Come and hang.
but
Yeah. Come and
I
caddy.
might have to drop by if I have some
Yeah.
time.
Um, I like what they're doing with the layout for this tournament. I think I'm actually like a really, really big fan of it. On Saturday, we're going to be playing Rhododendron 1 through 14, and then we're going to play the back 9 of Northwest, and then we're going to finish 15 through 18 at Rhododendron. So kind of where Rhody and Northwest kind of cross into each other right by that. I think ton like 11 and 10 kind of
Yep.
area. So just kind of jump onto one and then back onto the other. I love it. I think that's great. There's so much property out there, and we're playing both courses anyways. So I think this is the start to in the future we're potentially doing some safari style holes where they go from one course to the other course and kind of see where that goes. I'd love to see some stuff like that. I like when that kind of stuff happens. I think that's fun. Um, so yeah, Saturday I think that's really great. Sunday we're playing all 18 of Northwest, and then like 9 holes of Rhododendron. Looks like the only safari style hole is going to be playing hole two's tee pad to hole three's basket, which I assume is going to be a par four because that's pretty far, but doesn't seem. And when I think about it in my mind, and I haven't played this yet, but when I think about it, it doesn't seem like the most difficult two-shot hole if you get your first shot reasonably through the tree line or just like
Yeah.
past those trees, like you should have a pretty good open shot to the basket from there. But but yeah, with that OB behind it, it will make that a little like sketchy nonetheless. So, but I like it. I think that's great. And then Monday is normal, just Northwest for pros, which I'm also a huge fan of. Northwest is my favorite of the two courses. So big fan of what they're doing with the layout here. I think that's really awesome. Really excited for this weekend. Yeah, I'm going to get out there this week. And I got a guy coming up from Portland, Ezra Hapner, who I actually met in California and then he moved to Portland. He's coming up for this, so he and I are going to get a couple of practice rounds in this week. So should be a good time. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Let's go.
All right. Are we ready for the best 90 seconds of your week, baby? We got Ollie's breakdown. Ollie, how you feeling, man? You ready, bud?
I think so.
All right. We're going to hit us with the breakdown in 3, 2, 1, go!
No idling here. It was all gas. No brakes with it. You know what I mean? Macbeth! The GOAT is back to winning and holding off the young gun, Gannon, the Cannon, as Paul, the Beast, Macbeth, picks up his first Elite Series win since the piece of shit Open. Oh, sorry. The PCS Open back in 2023. Oregon and Northwest native Cole rattling off some Burleys, getting a wicked podium finish. Special shout out to Colin Wright for his T8 with people like Simon Lizotte, KJ USA, Gavin Grabencock. Oh no, playoff this time. Oh, knocking your noggin Scoggins is on a heater. Boat race in the field by winning by 7 strokes over Missy, the Cannon Gannon. Yes, I use Cannon Gannon twice, but I do not care. Mondo Hondo sisters landing a solid 3rd and 4th place. All smiles for Jennifer Smiley, Allie Smith, and meow, Cat Allen.
Bro, that was probably the best breakdown yet. That was dope. Okay, so for fuck. For those who might not know, I just like to send Ollie notes of stuff, and then he kind of runs with it and does whatever he wants. And that meow at the end, I was just like, I wonder if I can get Ollie to meow on the show. Just get to throw it in there. So big fan. Really, Ollie, kudos. Huge job, man. You did awesome. That was.
Thank you.
That was fucking great, dude. Holy shit. Okay. Oh man, I gotta like totally reset after that. That was so good. Answer the KO question of the week. Does a straw have 1 hole or 2? Ollie, what do you say?
I think I'm team 1 hole.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the same hole on each side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not 2 different holes. But I think you could make I see the argument.
Yeah.
But it's 1 hole, man.
Yeah.
To me.
Regardless of what you picked, I was going to pick the other one, so I'm a 2-hole guy here. Yeah, when you flip the straw around, you see the hole, and then that's 1 hole, and then you go that side, and there's another hole.
That's
2
true.
hole. If you were to draw a straw, you would draw it with 2 cylinders at the end there. 2 holes, buddy. Right there.
I think bendy straws are where I start veering.
Woof. Yeah, bendy straw throws a whole other thing, and then.
Or what about a straw with 2? Like, what if like one of those straws that have 2 out? You know, I don't know.
It goes from 2 just to 1. Yeah. Who does that, dude? Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't even know if that's a real thing. But I'm just saying, would it be more than 1? Would it be 3?
I guess like that is the only way to create. I guess at that point, it would definitely be 3 holes for the straw. If you did have a straw that broke, like forked off into 2 glasses.
Still 1 hole.
Nah. It's just 1 long, veiny hole. Like connecting. I know what I said there. Yeah, that's all right.
Let's get to the draft.
Yeah, so the draft. Comment down below. Does the straw have 1 hole or 2? You let us know. The world needs to have this question answered. All right, the draft for this week. I just spent a lot of time in the car this past week, so this is the road trip draft, road trip snacks draft. So the whole point is to draft one drink. You're gonna draft one drink, one salty, one sweet, and then just one miscellaneous item. It could be anything that you need on the car trip, whether it be food or anything else. So, Ollie, go ahead and take the first pick, bud.
We're gonna have to go with my salty, and we're going with the Oh, I'm blanking how you say the name. It starts with a G, but it's like that brand of Chex Mix, but a Chex Mix style. Like the crackers with the waffle. Like those five variety. You get like the black little or the brown little like I don't even know what to call it. But the Chex Mix, like what the five kind of things in a Chex
Yeah,
Mix
yeah.
are.
Just I think it's just Chex Mix, isn't it?
No, it's like another like Grenier or something. I want it but it's Chex Mix. It's the
Chex.
bold. We'll just take bold Chex Mix.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah.
Because
Um,
I think having the variety of those five different chips in one bag is just so elite. It's something I get basically every car trip. I like to just have Chex Mix sometimes. It's my goat.
yeah. This is going to be kind of controversial. My least favorite piece of the Chex Mix is the rye bread piece.
Is that
That like,
the brown circle guy?
yeah, yeah. That's my
Oh,
least
you
favorite
get
piece.
out of here! Get out!
Yeah, my
Get
least
out!
favorite. I hate it.
Get
That's
out!
disgusting.
I literally have bought whole bags of just that thing. I love
No, that's
that
the
thing.
worst. And to make it worse, my favorite piece is that little breadstick that comes in the bag
Oh,
too.
I love the
Those are the
breadstick.
best, dude.
I
Yeah,
love the breadstick.
yeah.
I love the bread. I'm not hating on the breadstick. I'm not hating on the pretzel either.
No, pretzel I'm down for too. I just that rye chip, that rye bread can get out.
You're a
Same with
hater.
the rye checks too. Whenever like ones that's like a little crunchier, I don't like those either. Both of the
You can
rye
come to
like
my.
2 out of the 5 can
You're
get
not
out
coming to
here.
my ride chip party. You can come to my food dye party, not my ride chip party.
I feel like this conversation has gone awry. All right, so for my pick, I'm gonna draft. I'm gonna draft. I got. I'm gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go drink first. Um, Classic road trip. Gotta stay awake. Red Bull. Easy car trip choice. I mean, really, it's any energy drink, but right now I'm just kind of drinking Red Bulls. But I'll kind of bounce around. If there's a flavor of something that might interest me, especially on a car trip. That's the time when I'm really willing to just try any flavor of any drink. I don't really care. So for my sweet option, and this is one that might be a little more uh, favorite to like right now, but sour punch straws. And I like these guys. I actually just got some. These are left over from my car trip. I like these
Um,
ones that are the actual straws. I don't like the bites, the thicker ones. I don't think those are as good. So sour punch straws. But yeah, I'm going Red Bull and then sour punch straws.
okay. That was my risk of not taking a drink early. I was thinking that, but I actually did rank that as my second drink. My go-to car trip drink is a Gatorade.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gatorade is so elite. The electrolytes, the flavors. Again, will try some other flavors, the new ones they have on that. I'm way more open to that. I'll go for a classic Gatorade. I'll go for anything. But I think Gatorade, especially if I'm not drinking the energy drink or if I'm good off the energy drink, that's like my go-to. I feel
Totally.
like drinking that blue Gatorade, a cold blue Gatorade in the car, is like you can feel it in your veins, in your chest, in your stomach, and you're like, okay, I'm
Yes.
ready to go.
Yes.
So that's my
Totally.
drink. And then for my sweet, it's a little more of a recent one that I've been going crazy on. They're also nice. I also took road trip a little bit into biking terms, like what do I use for energy on a big bike ride? And this is what I'd eat in the car on a bike ride. Nerds clusters. Nerds clusters
Yes.
are so elite. They're
Yes.
like people runners and bikers, they use gels and stuff. The
Hmm.
same stuff that's in those gels are in a nerd cluster basically that you want. Like
Yeah.
go eat they're just infinitely better, infinitely like
Yeah.
smaller, easier package. You throw them in a plastic bag and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Nerd clusters are elite cuz like you think I love those nerd ropes, but then like
Yes.
sometimes you can't be
On a
25 eating a
bite.
nerd rope. I can't be 25 plus eating a nerd rope.
Yes.
I need a
I,
cluster.
okay. One, yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm kidding. I'm
yes, you
kidding.
can. You're an adult. You can do
That's
anything
just
you
for my
want.
point. That's for my point. I was making a point.
No. I feel you though. Yeah. Have you had the blue ones, like the berry ones? Those are really good too. All of them. I'm with you here. The Nerds clusters are freaking awesome. They're so tasty. Yeah, I'm with you there 100%. All right. So number 6. This is I'm gonna go for my salty option here. And I love having a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos in the car. And so good, you know. Um, they always hit. It's like whatever mood I'm in, Cool Ranch Dorito is always there. Something that I like to do that I don't do this too often, but it is really fun. Is I like to get a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos, and then I like to get a bag of pretzels, and I'll have a Cool Ranch Dorito and a pretzel at the same time in the same bite. And I don't know, something about
Mm,
the bakedness of the pretzel adds a lot. My dream is that somebody does pretzels like a pretzel rod, but has Cool Ranch Dorito dust on the outside of it. I think that
yeah.
would be pretty top tier for me. Pretty awesome. And then I just got my miscellaneous item here. I did actually put Gatorade down on my miscellaneous items as like a potential like late
Yep.
draft pick there, but I think for my miscellaneous though, I'm gonna go with some beef jerky.
Oh,
Uh,
oh
yeah,
no. That was gonna.
love having it in the car. Um, Beef jerky is great because if you don't want to stop and you still just need a snack, take down a bunch of beef jerky. You're good to go. It's like meal replacement. Yeah, I'm here for it.
That was my pick. I think my counter to my miscellaneous. That's a great pick. Great pick. But I'm a big. I'll drink my water bottle, and then I use the water bottle, and I'll have some seeds in the car and spit the seeds in my water bottle. I'm a big seeds guy. Kind of that oral fixation too keeps my brain super stimulated too.
Yes.
I like literally don't need anything else. I just give me like a bag of seeds and empty bottle. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I think I that's a great pick with jerky, but I think I'm glad I had a little backup with seeds there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Or-
love seeds. I've been getting into I just had a really good garlic parmesan seed or like a
Ooh.
garlic black pepper too as well. I've
Yeah.
tried. They're just really good. They're
That
really
sounds
good.
nice. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the black pepper seeds. Whatever black pepper seed, it's not just straight black pepper that's on the outside of them. Whatever seasoning they use is really good. That one, the ranch are also really good. Although the ranch can get a little too much at times,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I'm here with you on the sunflower seeds as well. So, to recap there, Ollie has Chex Mix, Gatorade, Nerds Clusters, and sunflower seeds, and I have Red Bull, Sour Punch Straws, Cool Ranch Doritos, and beef jerky. That was cool. I think I got pretty
That was
much
a great
all,
draft.
yeah, like all of my 1-1s. So that's tight.
Unfortunate news, Kirby. Since I'm on, there's been a lot of technical difficulties for those who don't know about this episode. But we had to do some switcheroos of some accounts, and so basically I don't have everything saved here. The
Pause.
tune, the
Hang on.
tune.
Hang on.
I have a backup tune. I think I have a backup tune.
I can bring us up our
I say we just free go, new tune.
new
Try
tune.
the
All right,
the
hit us with the new tune. Let's see.
All
Let's see how
right,
she goes.
episode 72. I know we've heard these before. I don't know which one this is, but we're gonna rock it. But episode 72. It obviously comes from my butt. I've always had a large butt. It's a blessing and a curse, I guess. Cal Raleigh on his nickname, Big Dumper. Aim high, shoot low, and we'll see y'all next week.